Well, it's a beautiful morning here in Jammu, Kashmir, northern Pakistan. Today we're off for a walk up the 14-kilometre walk to the top of the mountain, to the mount where the Ganges River actually starts. Quite a spiritual place. We'll be staying on top of the mountain tonight, and then we helicopter down tomorrow morning and head back to Delhi. And then on my way to Beijing for exploring some more of China. It's been an amazing time here in Jammu. A very interesting place, certainly off the beaten track, but the interesting experience and the spirit of the people here is quite strong. We continue our journey up the mountain to begin our 14-kilometre hike. So here we are at the base of the mountain, about to go up to see Devi, and we're about to negotiate for them to carry our bags.
And they're all just going,
this is crazy.
So there's quite a few potential bag carriers. We have to select one trustworthy Indian. There's one.
I'm not Indian.
How much to carry my bag, Mr. India?
1,000 rupees.
1,000 rupees.
1,000 rupees. How cool is that, huh?
So we're 3 kilometres into our 14-kilometre journey, and it's time to have some sugarcane juice. Let's check this out. So if you haven't had sugarcane juice before, this is how it's made.
Put some salt in now. Yeah, and he's put some ginger in there too.
And he's going to put another one through here. There we go. Double it up. There we have juice. Now for the taste test. So here we go. Cheers. Cheers, everyone. It's my Indian guide, Goro.
Hey mate, how you guys doing? Jai Mata Di, we say here.
Go.
So that's sweet.
Not bad, we haven't tried this before. Definitely worth a trip to Kashmir. It's like a 4X. We're almost halfway up to the top of the mountain, and the journey's beginning to take its toll. It's quite steep. Need a little bit more fitness. The view up here is spectacular. So we're stopping shortly for a bit of a break, catch up with the rest of the group. And it's onwards and upwards. It's quite late the time we get up there now. Temperature's slowly cooling down, but when you're walking, it's still plenty warm enough. Great workout. After a big 4 days of wedding parties, just what I need. Talk to you soon. Oh, yeah. Stealing his food, huh? Great footage, did you see that?
I saw that. That was scary.
See the monkey at the top of the tree up there. क्या चीज? नहीं सीढ़ी से नहीं चलो।
आराम आराम मिली का मिली का अरे कहाँ है?
I said, just slow down. He goes, nah, Harry. You take it at your own pace. And now he's up there.
Yeah, dance impatient. Here we are at the halfway point. 14-kilometre journey with 7 kilometres up approximately. And it's quite busy, quite hectic. You can take a look around. It's like a town village. And you see a lot of people do the pilgrimage. Even the local Indians, the Kashmirians. And something like 13,000 people a day do the pilgrimage up to Vashi Devi, which is way beyond the top of those mountains. It's almost dark already, and we're meant to be there by nightfall.
Can you also say that people are staring at us?
People do find us Westerners of interest, so we obviously kind of stand out in a place like this.
And they stare at us like
And
that?
they hear about our accent, they think we're from Australia.
No, they think we're from America, Jamie.
Cool. It's a bit dark to see. This is what they do all the way up. A religious commitment. Take them over a day to make it. They walk a few meters and then lay down and give thanks to their religious beliefs. Well, here we are, only 1 kilometre to the top. It's been an 8-hour walk. Usually only takes 4 hours, but it's been a lot of stops. It's a long walk, and in the distance here you can see that's the village. The top of the pilgrimage is just up there. Less than a K to go. Almost there. You perhaps don't realise the danger of this trek. You can see here, you can see the damage from the rocks falling down onto the pathway. You certainly wouldn't want to be here when they fell. You see the roof is just corrugated iron to protect us, but that's very little protection from the size of these boulders, which have just recently come falling down the mountain, crushing these steel frames like a piece of cardboard. And you can see the rubble all the way along that's almost blocked this entire path. So be wary where you tread. It's a dangerous trip to the top of the mountain. Well, here we are at the top of the mountain. Quite a beautiful village at night time. You can see all the way down into the darkness, the steepness far below, and way off into the distance is the base of the mountain where we started some 8 hours ago. And there's my fellow troopers.
You did a fantastic job. No horses. No horses.
Yes.
We've made it to the top.
Yes.
It's time to celebrate with a stiff drink. Well, here we are, we finally made it. 8-hour journey from the bottom. We left 2 p.m. from the base of the mountain, and behind me is the town where about 13,000 people a day make the pilgrimage to the top of the mountain to worship the goddess Vashi Devi, quite a famous goddess in the religious history of the Indians. You see behind me here. It's kind of like one of those towns you see in a James Bond movie, perched at the top of a high mountain peak. Certainly much bigger than expected. I was expecting a couple of small huts at the top of the mountain, but it's quite fascinating to see. And the rest of our tour group arrived probably a couple of hours before. Someone came up on horseback. We managed to trek all the way. It's certainly something worth doing. It's been, I'm glad I come. Even though it's quite a hike, it's certainly worth it. So check out our 5-star accommodation at the top of the mountain.
Nearby. Oh, let me know if you find any.
So
Let me know if you find any. Hello? हाँ जी हम लोग यहाँ पहुँच गए हाँ जी Howie stopped video. We're not going to make it. If we what do you want to talk? और उसके बाद बात करने में मेरी बात करानी है
kind of reminds me of being at pony camp but without the ponies. So anyhow, it'll be like a slumber party tonight. Absolutely. We all bunk in together and share the stories of climbing the mountain. We'll talk to you soon.
For the luggage.
We're not allowed to drink up here either, so we can't go to the pub and ease the pain of our sore feet. Can't smoke either, not that I smoke, but the others do. That's banned as well. But we're a spiritual adventure, so it's the sacrifice. Talk to you soon. Well, good morning. It's a snowy, freezing cold morning. Last night was incredibly cold. Here we are. Behind us you'll see where the Vashna Devi temple is, where we worshipped last night. And it's an amazing place. You see how steep the mountains are here. It's absolutely incredible. Any village can be built on the edge of these mountains. You'll see in the top some snow. Had no idea until this morning we woke up there's any snow here, but it certainly explains why it was so cold last night. So now we begin the trek back down the mountain, but this time we're smarter. We're catching a helicopter not far from here, about an hour's walk, and then heading back to the bottom and then off to Delhi and then Beijing later tonight. Talk to you soon. You see just over in the distance where the helipad is, where we're heading to catch the helicopter. Over there on the flat part of the mountain. And down below here is the track we walked up yesterday. Past